Hello everyone, this is Nicole Thornwolf Dornscythe, and I'm going to show you how I painted my watercolor piece, Benjamouse Franklin. I start off with my line art on Arches cold press watercolor paper, drawn in Micron pens. Some people like to use Copic multi-liners, and those are really great too. The most important thing is that whatever pen you use to do your inks is water safe, as we're going to paint directly on top of the inks. I start off by masking off the areas that I want to keep brightest white with watercolor masking fluid. I'm using Winsor Newton. I apply the masking fluid with a latex color shaper. I find it's easier than using a brush and requires minimal to no cleanup. Now I'm ready to apply color. I started off here using wet on dry, but I quickly switched to wet on wet. And that's when you wet the paper first before you add the pigment. And that's so you can get some really nice blending effects. A lot of watercolor is trial and error. Here you can see the blending effects that I'm able to achieve using wet on wet. I'm using a combination of blues and grays to get some of that really nice deep sky color. Next, I liberally apply Kosher salt to the piece. This will pick up some of the pigment and create some of that starring effect that you might see in other watercolor pieces. I use a rolled up piece of paper towel to pick up some of the areas that I want to keep a little bit lighter, such as around the lightning bolt and to define some clouds. This does mean that my workstation is almost constantly covered in pieces of rolled up paper towel and salt, but that's okay. Next, I can start adding color to Ben's jacket. I like to add some light color first before I start adding the shadows, as that will allow me to kind of map out what colors I'm going to use. A lot of my watercolor process is just trying to see what looks good and then adjusting from there. I use a combination of red, blue, a little bit of gray, and a little bit of brown for the shadows. Don't forget to consider where your light is coming from when applying your shadows. here's where I start glazing on more color now that the underpainting with the shadows is complete. I can also pick up some more pigment with those rolled up pieces of paper towel. By applying the shadows as underpainting, you can then glaze additional colors on top of it, creating a nice layered effect. Here you can see the effects that the salt has created on the piece. Here's my favorite part. I love pulling off masking fluid. I like to use tweezers as opposed to rubbing it with an eraser, as it doesn't smudge. I also have more control as I can pick up teeny tiny little pieces with the tweezers. So satisfying. Just gonna add a little bit of yellow color to the lightning. Now that the lightning bolt has dried, I can really push my values by adding more pigment to the sky. And there we have it, a finished Benjamouse Franklin. You can purchase prints in my shop at thornwolf.storeenvy.com, or you can support more videos like these on my Patreon at patreon.com/thornwolf. Thanks for watching!